Good morning, tribe. This is Kimberly Healer, come to you from San Francisco, and I interview Akeela today, Akeela Davis. And Akeela, would you like to share your name, where you live, a
I'm
little bit
Akeela
about
Davis.
you and what you do?
I'm Akeela Davis. I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and I am a consultant and a motivational expert. And I
Wonderful.
was very, very blessed to have met Kimberly.
Yeah. Please share, where you were before I bless you with the healing. What happened to you? What your conditions?
Okay, it started probably about 8 or 9 years ago. And intermittently, what would happen is I would get dizzy. I get dizzy to the point where sometimes I couldn't get out of bed or I couldn't walk. In trying to walk, I would wobble and I would tip over. And my doctor would give me some pills and that would help. But in the 4 years before I met Kimberly, it had gotten to the point where it was permanent. I couldn't walk a straight line. I couldn't stand up without tipping over backward. I had to wear high heels. So just so it pushed me forward. If I did wear flat shoes, I'd have to lean forward. The way I walked changed. And my doctor sent me to a neurologist. I went to see a specialist about my ear. They did all of the tests possible. And basically, what they said is um, you have a damaged organ in your ear. That's why you've got such imbalance, and there's nothing we can do about it. And so I had to learn to live with it. And it made things awkward at times. I made a joke out of it because what else can you do? And then when I was in California at a conference,
When was that? When was that?
that was in July 2018, I believe, or was
Yes,
it
yes.
2000? Yeah,
Yes,
2018.
was 18. Yes.
Yeah, and I had one of those days where I couldn't get out of bed. I was aching all over. I was totally dizzy. So I had to miss one day of the conference. And the next day, I was determined to go. I was feeling better, but my dizziness was so bad that somebody basically had to hold on to me and guide me to my seat. And I tried not to get up. And one of my friends said to me, "There's this woman I would like you to talk to. Her name is Kim Lee." And I said, at this point in time, I'd be grateful to talk to anyone who can help because I have seen energy healers before and I had an open mind to energy healing, but nobody had ever been able to really do something about it. And then Kimberly came to me and we sat down to the side of the room and she asked me some questions. And then she said, I'm going to be saying things you don't understand, but don't worry about it. It's so that your subconscious won't understand what I'm doing. And she spent the next 20 minutes talking to me, asking me questions, asking more questions, and telling me what she wanted me to do. And what it came down to is she felt I needed ancestral healing, and I'd never heard that term before. And when I tapped in to who perhaps was holding me back, it turned out not to be just who I thought, but an ancestor before that. And again, as far as I'm concerned, Kimberly is magic because I was able to stand up and stand tall after her session. I was not tippy, nothing. And what was even more amazing is that up until today, which we're talking November 24th, 2020, I have not had one episode of dizziness or able to talk. I walked into my doctor's office and I went, ta-da, look at me. And he goes, what happened? I said, an energy healer did this. Not just an energy healer. Her name is Kim Lee, and she is an absolute magician. And I tell everybody I know about her because Kim Lee, you are a magician, and you are filled with so much love. And there's something about you that just glows. So, like I said, I am so very grateful that you came into my life. Thank you again.
Well, thank you, Akeela, for sharing this testimony. This is my gift to the world, pretty much heal heart. As we all heal our own heart, we heal the world. Because for me, I was born at 3 years old, knowing my own gift. Because at 3 years old, I tell God, I think you make mistake, God. That you make me so small I cannot help people around me. Take me home, take me home, take me home. Imagine the 3 years old rebellious Kim want to go back home. And one day I realized, I asked God for a magic wand. I make an agreement with him, with her, because God to me is non-gender. It
I
can be
agree.
father and mother at both. I said, if you want me to stay, please give me a magic wand. I want to ding dong people, make sure they're happy again. So that was my childhood dream. But I go into the journey of suffering like everybody else. And more than 30 years ago, when I had the awakening, and my spirit guide told me, Kim, you're going to use your voice. You're tied to bless other people. We stand by and supporting you. So my faith are very strong. And thank you, Akeela, for receive that gift. It's only take 20 minutes. And I want to share with you and the audience the information I received within that 20 minutes. Open heart within you. Like I'm more like a psychic heart surgeon.
Hmm.
As I go into the heart, I untangle things. So at the moment when I talk with you, all the information I receive were your ancestor, and most important person that held you back was your mother. I don't know whether she alive or she passed, but
She
she
passed
was
away
the
30
one.
years ago.
She passed away.
Hmm.
Wow, yeah, yeah. That was the information I received. She's the one that protecting you. She said, is there so much danger for you to be a powerful woman? So the moment we untangle that energy, I remember it's only 10 minutes in the session, you feel that it's the awakening. That's what happened. You asked me, you were so excited. Your heart was lighter, right? And you said,
Yes.
can I stand up now? I said, no, no, no. Give me more time. Let me seal this completion. Then you can stand up. That is pretty much the gift I have to share with humanity, with my medicine.
Well, I didn't know that was the message you received. But now
Yes.
that you said that, it makes so much sense because my mother always wanted to protect me. And in my culture, where I come from, women did not step out of their roles because at that point in time, in her time, because it was dangerous. And I've
Yes.
always been a risk taker. And she always used to say to me, I remember when I was in high school, she said to me, if you learn to type, you will never have to worry about a job as a secretary. This is way back in the 70s, right?
Wow.
And, and I the one subject I almost failed, I just passed was typing because I never wanted to be a secretary. So I've always been pushing back against what mom wanted for me. I love her, she loved me, but we were so very different in how we looked at the world.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I am the same way. I'm very rebellious. against my mother, father, and everybody. I'm always in that rebellious. It helped me to become this powerful healer I am today with a humble heart, of course.
Yes.
Everybody said, Kim, you cannot do it. Boom. Like I can reach the moon.
Yes. Tell me I can't do something, and what goes on in my head is watch me.
Yes, same thing, same thing. I use the same mantra.
Yeah.
I use the same mantra. So since the it been wow,
Yeah.
18, 19, so it's almost 2 years.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So what is the positive change within you within this heal your heart and you was able to walk normal again, surprise your family, friends and doctors.
Hmm. And, when you can walk normally again, when you weren't leaning forward, or when you didn't know you took off your shoes, you're not going to tip back, you gain more confidence again, you know, because you're not always having to explain to people or apologize for something that you have no control over, right? And
Right.
people tend to think that there's something wrong or you're weak if you can't control your own body. So that really helped me to stand in my own confidence and power again. So it was more than just a physical healing, it contributed to an emotional healing as well.
Yes, and also spiritual. It
Yeah.
heals because the heart is a powerful engine within our being. It's our higher heart. It connects to our subconscious mind and connect to the divine. So when the heart is open, you are awakening to your new awareness. You are in a higher energy frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Or it heal. You might not remember your old identity. It's just like you are a brand new person. So congratulations. I'm so happy for you, Akeela. We have not talked since that day until now.
Yeah.
So I decided to share this to the community, this Heal and Thrive community. So all my members will have trust and faith that they have the power to heal themselves, but they need someone like me or somebody with higher consciousness to really go in there and open the heart, to activate the higher heart, the divine consciousness within our higher heart, and that will heal everything. It's not just the physical imbalance I see. I see conflict in relationship, conflicts in the business, at work, everywhere. Because when I stabilize the heart and have it, the awakening experience for my students and clients, and their lives permanently forever change. So this is something that I'm passionately want to share globally. And you happen to be in my community, please ask me whatever that you need healing, because for me, I call that I'm a master heart healer. It's just that my gift, and I'm passionate about it. So thank you, Akeela, for sharing. Do you have any advice for those who are suffering and kind of hesitate to take a step forward to reclaim their power, their voice, and their wealth?
Well, in our Western society, we think that everything can be handled through medicine. And if it can't be, then there's no help. But we as human beings are very complex. As Kim Lee said, it's about not just our physical self, it's our emotional self, it's our spiritual self that all comes together to provide our optimum well being. And even if you've never had an experience like this, where something from within you changes because someone else helped you to open up a part of you, I would suggest that you put aside your skepticism and tell yourself that you're going to be open to this, because if this helps, you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. The way,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's basically it. If it doesn't work, you're no worse off than you were before. And if it does work, oh my God, it changes your life.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Akeela. Thank you,
You're welcome.
Tribe. I love you.
And I love you too, Kimberly. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, thank you, Akeela. Let's stay here. I'm gonna turn off and Facebook Live.